Good afternoon. My name is Precious Nyarambi. I'm the founder of the organization called Vessels of Virtue. We focus largely on training and development. We have worked with entrepreneurs in South Africa and Zimbabwe. We largely focus as well on mentorship, on business accelerators, creating platforms that profile entrepreneurs, that profile leaders at large. We have developed an app that features as well entrepreneurs. We have also been on a roll to grow our business magazine that also profiles entrepreneurs and leaders with the aim of building an ecosystem that supports entrepreneurs, that supports leaders, and also that tells our own African stories to the world at large of people that are leading well, that are building their businesses better. So one of the key things I wanted to just talk about today is about a personal boardroom that I find very dear to my heart. One of my mentors shared this with me, and I've been trying to implement it for a couple of months, if not a year now, since I got to learn about it. And it speaks more to the part where we have to utilize the resources that are around us, which are human resources, the people that are around us, to help ourselves grow in our work that we are doing. So it speaks more into governance of the business that we are running. And I know sometimes entrepreneurs, they are largely concerned with the fact that sometimes I don't have resources to get this, sometimes I don't have resources to get this. But sometimes we can use the ecosystem that is around us through people that already know us, that also have got the best at heart for us. And so the need to have the personal boardroom is very, very key. The personal boardrooms is divided into three main categories, and the first one being an information roles. Under that, you have a customer voice. You have an expert, you have an inspirer, you have a navigator, and the main one there, the main heading is an information role that the personal boardroom plays. So when you have that set up, it means that you are taking into effect what the customers are saying, what the experts in that field are saying. You are working also with the navigator and the inspirer, but largely with the people that are others. So for instance, what service do you provide, or what product do you sell or make or manufacture? So you are able to determine what is the customer voice in that space, who is the expert in that space, who is the navigator, who is the inspirer in that space. Then you build yourself in that manner. And this is designed in such a manner that you are not supposed to pump out money that you do not have, but you are leveraging on the ecosystem that is already around you to grow your work, to grow your business. And the other major subheading is of power roles as you build on that personal boardroom. Remember, the main thing is building your own personal boardroom as you build your organization, as you build your business. And under the power roles, you have the unlocker. There are people that are around us that unlock things. You know, sometimes you find yourself stuck and they just speak something, they kind of like demystify a very difficult thing that you thought was too hard. And by just talking to them, you find yourself having like a light bulb moment. So you have to know around that personal boardroom, who is your unlocker, who speaks things that demystify those complicated things you might be going through. You have a sponsor. There are some people around us that are willing to sponsor anything that we do because they've known our hearts, they've known our consistency, they've seen the sacrifice that we've made. And when we lay it down, clearly illustrated, clearly pointed out, they are able to help us and support us in any way that we want. We have the influencer. I remember one of the incidences We have an event coming up for entrepreneurs and leaders, and someone was saying, you know, when you post that event, if you take this gentleman, your event gets noticed quicker. And I've actually been doing that every day. I take the person, and when she shared that with me, she said, this person is an influencer. So when then you are marketing your work, you are positioning yourself, you are talking to that personal boardroom space and the people that are involved. You have to be able to be clear to understand who is your influencer. When you speak to people, who endorses what you're doing, who affirms what you're doing, and then you keep building on that, because at the end of the day, it's that brand loyalty that you're building, is that goodwill that you are slowly building, and people will get to know about it. You also have the connector. Sometimes some people will not have exactly what you need, but they know someone who can be able to help you. So who is your connector within your personal boardroom, within your circle of the people that you know, that you already have a relationship with? Who is your connector? And I think, which is another thing for me that I find very key, is the issue of relationships and being intentional in building them, in maintaining them, in keeping them as well, because you don't grow your business in an island. You are trying to build something amongst people who are continuously important in what you're trying to do. The third one, being the last one, talks about the development roles. As we build, it's actually a learning journey. It's a learning curve. As you build your business, you also have got to grow. The business doesn't have to outgrow you, because then there will be a mismatch. So you have to be intentional about how you are also going to grow. How do you improve yourself? Who is your improver, right? Who are the people that will say to you, Precious, you need to step up your game. You need to take up another course so that you are sharpening yourself, right? Who is your challenger? In that circle of your personal boardroom, who challenges you to say, I think you can do a little bit better, Precious. I think you can just try a little bit further. You have it in you. Who challenges you to get out of your comfort zone? Who challenges you to launch your net deeper again? You have the nerve giver, someone who continuously strengthens your resolve. You know, they are just there to boost you, to pump you and tell you that you are able, you can do it. You have also your anchor. I think that one usually comes through people who are sound, with vast experience. They are seasoned people that we speak to, that have also been through the test of times, and they are very grounded. They become our anchor. We go to them when we need grounding. Sometimes when we are feeling like we don't know which foot to put forward, because of their experience, they are able to ground us. Because I think at the end of the day, as we continue to build our businesses, it's also very key for us to remain anchored. It's also very key for us to remain grounded. And so I just pray that this can be able to help you, that you sometimes you don't really need to spend money to build a system that supports your work. It's relationships that you capitalize on, and you build that personal boardroom, that you become very intentional in it, in maintaining it, and also you are clear who does what. And then before you know it, you exercise that, you demarcate time, what get to be done when, and you just start growing, because you are consistently doing something that has also been proven and tested by others. I pray that this encourages you to continue doing wonderful things.